Welcome back to Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. I'm Brad Pomerance. So glad you're still with us. Our guest, Mark Ridley-Thomas, member of the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors. Can't believe it's 20 years since the civil unrest in Los Angeles. I remember driving west on the 10 freeway and seeing smokestacks, and they weren't chimneys, they were fires.
They were fires.
Let's reflect.
Well, this is 20 years later, and we have to appreciate that the Los Angeles Police Department, which was the focal point of the civil unrest, is a very different police department today, and that's a good thing for all of us. Police-community relations are better.
And in fact, a study came out, Loyola Marymount University, 20 years later, and they found that 68% of all Angelenos believe race relations are better. Whites, blacks, Latinos, Asians, I mean, it does feel like there's been healing.
That's a good statement, particularly when you look at the police department at that time. Its rating was 32%.
Right.
That's very, very unsettling.
Safety numbers also safer or about the same, above 50%.
Right.
So that's good news.
That's important for a city of the size of Los Angeles.
One of the reasons why LA turned around, some would argue, is that after the unrest, there was a tool that was used by the state called redevelopment. And it allowed the city, the county to go into blighted areas. We had a lot of blight after those riots and revitalize them with tax incentives. That tool is gone. It was eliminated by the California legislature, and that elimination was upheld by the Supreme Court of California. Talk to me about your concerns behind that.
It's a huge blow to the progress of those communities that are yet developing. And we are, at this moment in time, at a loss as to how to effectively organize and wield public capital for the benefit of communities, Culver City being an example.
Your
see
district.
What redevelopment did. Look to the area of Pasadena.
South Los Angeles.
South Los Angeles.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. All of these areas benefited substantially. Jobs, amenities, just the landscape significantly improved. And pursuant to the civil unrest, we had massive challenges. So to take those tools away from local elected officials is not a good thing. Not a good thing.
Supervisor, what can be done? Because it was a state program that was eliminated.
Right.
You've worked in Sacramento.
Right.
Is there a chance in your mind that some version of redevelopment will come out of the ashes of this court decision?
We're very hopeful, and we are working very hard to that effect, particularly in the area of housing.
Affordable housing.
Affordable housing, senior housing, these are very, very important, particularly in light of the foreclosure phenomenon that has enveloped the entirety of LA County, particularly in the areas of Lancaster. But it's a big issue.
Do you feel as if the governor will sign a new version of redevelopment? And he's been very recalcitrant on this issue. He wanted it eliminated and he wasn't moving.
Well, the governor has huge challenges with respect to balancing the budget. I happen to believe that it was very, very unwise to balance the budget in this way, because you essentially relegate communities that are struggling to put redevelopment and economic prosperity at the focal point of their quality of life. You put them in a very disadvantaged place. Culver City wouldn't be what it is downtown.
Hollywood.
It wouldn't be what it is. Pasadena, Old Town wouldn't be what it is had it not been for that tool. We need such tools.
His name is Mark Ridley-Thomas. He's a member of the Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors. I'm Brad Pomerance. Thank you so much for joining us on Time Warner Cable's Local Edition. Back to HLN.